till you get enough. Keep on when the voice goes on. Don't stop till you get enough.
It's called the Havenhurst House, the family home in Encino, California, that Joe Jackson bought in 1971. It's where Michael Jackson and his brothers and sisters grew up. When Michael struck it rich, Catherine says he offered to find his mom something grander.
When he was 18 and had his own money, he said, "Mother, I'm going to buy you a new house." And so we went shopping all over for a new house, and homes had gone up so expensive. And we couldn't find a piece of property we wanted.
It's dangerous.
So Jackson remodeled the Havenhurst home, and the Jackson family never left. Today, it's where Catherine Jackson lives with Michael Jackson's kids. It's a place that's still dear to Catherine.
The children love it too. They swim, they play football, basketball, everything. And because it was from Michael, now I don't think I want to move.
But it turns out in the last years of Michael Jackson's life, Catherine was actually at risk of losing that beloved family home, all because of Michael's precarious financial situation.
Things were pretty bad for him.
Ethan Smith of the Wall Street Journal has been covering the turmoil surrounding Michael Jackson's finances for years.
He was behind on mortgage payments, on utility bills. The Los Angeles Water and Power Company was going to shut off service. IndyMac was going to file a foreclosure notice on what ended up being the day after he died.
It's no secret that Michael Jackson liked to spend the money he made, particularly as he got older. There were shopping sprees, lengthy hotel stays, trips around the world, legal bills, and an entourage longer and hungrier than a Vegas buffet line. Jackson, who may have earned more than $1 billion during his life, was $500 million in debt when he died.
It's a little macabre to say, but the best thing that could have happened to Jackson's business appears to have been Jackson exiting the scene.
Because his death created this huge public surge of interest in him again, and he's not around to spend any of that money?
He's not around to spend the money, go on multi-million-dollar shopping sprees. There's some order here where there was nothing but chaos before.
Bringing order to chaos, says Smith, has been the work of the estate's executors. They are aggressively managing the estate as a business.
They're making all kinds of licensing deals, partnerships. They're being responsible about dealing with debt, and they're making a ton of money on behalf of the beneficiaries of the estate, Catherine Jackson and Michael Jackson's children.
Jackson has generated something like $200 million in the last year. Thanks in part to the blockbuster This Is It. In terms of earnings, he's ahead of Elvis and John Lennon, people who are larger than life, even in death.
So in a weird way, this last year has been his best year in a long time?
His records have been selling like it was the peak of his career, the best performing concert film of all time.
Can't beat you, baby. Don't have a baby.
He's kind of vaulted back to the superstar status that, you know, he really hadn't seen since the early or maybe mid-'80s.
There's still $300 million in debt coming due later this year. But Smith says discussions are underway about restructuring that, and the estate is likely to keep generating significant income for years to come. Still, Howard Mann, Catherine Jackson's collaborator on her new coffee table book, Never Can Say Goodbye, says one of the main reasons she agreed to do the book is because she needs the money.
She is trying to maintain several properties, several homes. I mean, hers is not a lifestyle that's readily affordable.
So the money from this book is actually going to come in handy?
I would like to think that with this project, she can live out the rest of her years without ever having a financial worry again.
Mann says he's just trying to help both Catherine Jackson and himself at the same time. and that he's not one of the many hangers-on who, over the years, tried to hitch their financial trailers to Michael Jackson.
If you kind of go back over his life, there was always this cast of characters coming in and out who, you know, either were doing business on his behalf or purporting to do business on his behalf, many of whom were, you know, really pretty shady.
And all of whom had their hand out.
Yes.
Even though he's gone, Michael Jackson is still a bankable star, and a possible fortune may be waiting from some of the untapped material he's left behind. For example, Howard Mann says he has 273 master tapes of unreleased Michael Jackson recordings and wants to publish those songs. But Jackson's estate has already raised questions about who actually owns the rights to this possible treasure. Mann, the estate, or the mother and children Jackson left behind? Coming up, did Michael Jackson